fruitfulness is not about hustle. It is about being in alignment and finally allowing that alignment to grow, be sustained, and flourish. Real talk, y'all. Like, I was doing the 369, focusing on manifesting to bring in an abundance in my life. And I was like putting in all these efforts, writing the 3, the 6, the 9, and any of y'all who are like doing that, like, I'm not telling you not to, but one thing that I learned is that how can you bring in more abundance when you are fully leaking? Leaking energy from yourself. Because you see, if you have all kinds of people around you that are draining you, who are lowering your frequency, and you are giving yourself to a million different things and people, you are leaking energy, or you're getting drained of your energy, which is lowering your frequency, and you become out of alignment within your body itself, because you are giving it to so many different sources and not even knowing. So how do you move into fruitfulness and abundance? It's by being very selective about what you choose to engage with, and who, and where, and how, and when. You have to be very conscious about how you cultivate your own energy, how you keep your frequency high, how you ground yourself, how you allow yourself to rest. There are rhythms and cycles. That is how it works. Life is a spiral. It is not linear. So it's not only about who you filter and allow access to in terms of what and who and how and where and when, and you let things come into your life. It's also about how do you maintain and build your own energy by your daily hygiene, your daily practice, your daily routine, your daily discipline. That is how you start building from a place of an alignment. That is how you go from the void to building and embodying. And if you do that, you are signaling to the universe that my energy is mine. I release everything that is not mine, and I am ready to move into growth and expansion, because I am reserving my energy and I'm being very deliberate about how I expand it. I'm stopping any leaks from going out, and I am moving to stabilize and ground it. And the third thing I'm doing to move into fruitfulness and abundance is I'm being very selectful about the type of signals I allow my body, my mental, and my spirit to engage. I ain't gonna lie, I got overloaded this week. All this stuff that's going on with this administration. I work in social service, y'all. I manage people. People are getting hurt and impacted, and it made me so mad. And guess what? I had a crazy energy explosion, y'all. And like, when you're like me, when I have certain abilities and I work with elementals, it's not always like a good thing. And like, I had to ground myself with a mudra, and like, as soon as I did that, I recentered, and I got reminded, which is why I released that carousel earlier about the light codes. Like, we have to be so selective to not take on the collective harm in the field. Should we notice and care about it? Yes, so that we can decide that that's not our story and we don't want to do it, and to have compassion and to be supportive and to be vocal to oppose those types of injustices. But we cannot take on it. We cannot absorb that energy into our field, and this is why. As I explained, our bodies cannot receive the light codes that are coming in if we have a dysregulated nervous system, and all of this chaos, all of these distractions, all of this violence, all of this uncertainty, all of this lack is to destabilize your nervous system and to make your body ready and always in a fight or flight mode, bracing for the next bad thing to happen, which means what? It means you won't receive the light codes to evolve and ascend your mind to get to the place that I'm talking about, from the void to abundance to alignment, so that you can start creating your own life, so that you can get to a place within yourself that is of peace and joy. Like, that is where your heaven on earth is. And all of these distractions are to keep you from that place. They're to make you feel like you have no control. They are to put you in a state of chaos. They are to put you in a state of distress and fear, instead of love and peace and stillness and kindness and faith. So part of being fruitful and abundant is that you're very selectful as well about the signals that you allow to come in. And then last, I'm very selective about the signals and how I allow my energy to be exerted out. I have to be very mindful and selective about what I choose to engage, where I choose to use my voice, what I choose to read and focus on, whether it's relationships, whether it's connections, whether it's my job, whether it's like just certain situations. Like, can't be everywhere all at once. I can't do grid work across everywhere. So I have to focus on where am I going to make the most impact? Is my system calibrated enough and alignment enough to do that grid work? Do I have others who can support me in anchoring that grid work? And I have to move strategically and with precision and with clarity and with wisdom and grace. I have to not be rushing. And I encourage y'all to think the same way about your fruitfulness and your abundance. You have the power to choose to be fruitful and abundance. To be in the state, you have to choose to be in the state of fruitful and abundance. And then you have to take decisive action to align yourself to be in that state by doing what I've told you to do today, by using myself as an example. And like, I know for some it might be like far-fetched, but it really is not. You know, just be very selective. Like, filter out all the noise and distraction from your life. You got any toxic, draining people, circumstances, get rid of that. Be selectful about what you decide to put your energy toward. Be selectful about what you allow in, you know? All right, I hope that this message has been helpful. I hope that it resonates. And I really believe that all of us, if we just get the right information and that we're supporting each other, can also be headed toward fruitfulness and abundance. All praise to the Most High God. Love to the Mother. Shalom to Kai. Peace.